Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2 of today's Premier League broadcast. Of course, Premier League is sponsored by Twitch TV, hosted by Ange, and brought to you guys by DotaCommtators.com. This is Luminous and Nebula, and this is Quantic Gaming versus Fnatic, game number 2. Quantic Gaming took game number 1 kind of in a decisive fashion, and game number 2, it looks like Quantic Gaming still going to get their Chen, but Shadow Shaman is going to get picked up by Fnatic instead. Anti-Mage is banned in this case, so is the Invoker.
So an interesting very first ban here from Quantic, despite having the first pick. Dude, does Quantic? I'm sure they have an Invoker player, but obviously they don't really prioritize Invoker too much. I think clearly they just want to Chin more. And if you take a Invoker, oftentimes, as we saw last game, you're giving away a Chin to do so, which can be a bit of a problem. So immediately, Fnatic goes ahead and grabs Rasta and Broodmother. I like this so much better. So we see a first pick of Chin from Quantic, giving them what could potentially be a push strategy, right? A lot of team fight, a lot of pushing potential. You grab Rasta and Broodmother, and all of a sudden, you've got way better push.
I don't know, man. Getting a Broodmother so early in the game against Mania? Oh my goodness, I thought they were going to go right into a Sand King, but
that was a good point, I forgot. But I think Mania actually plays their Chen.
Rise is Rise stable Chen player on their team. I'm surprised that Mania played last game as well. Yeah, I was like, dude, this is Sand King time, baby, but no, it's going to be Vengeful Spirit and Mirana. That means they're not going to go into a Sand King either, because that's 2 supports already. Sand King generally Quantic support. I'm just really confused what Migo's thinking right now, but he knows better than I do, so we'll see how that develops.
They could hard lane SK against that Broodmother, put bottom with a Vengeful in the Chin, and then have a solo middle. What they might be doing here is forcing Fnatic to potentially have to ban an SK in the second set, but I don't think that's something that they're afraid of. I think they will easily just ban it. I mean, you have a Broodmother. You can't just be giving away SK in the second half. I mean, obviously, Quantic was forced or picked Vengeful and bottom. I'm not a big fan of that pick, to be honest. I think SK would have a much better choice. We see Venomancer as Fnatic's third pick, so just straight up saying, look, we're going to have as many pushing and anti-pushing skills as we possibly can, and we want to get a tower advantage this game. The first game they had such a tower level or tower kills that it was very difficult for them to really get any kind of foothold into the game.
Right. The thing is, if Fnatic bans a Sand King here, I think Quantic is very happy to pick a Darkseer instead. That is a hardcore counter to Darkseer, to Broodmother as well. So Fnatic either have to ban both of them, or just say, you know, screw it, you're going to have either one you want. They're going to ban a Sand King, and the question is whether they're going to ban the Darkseer as well. That's a lot of ban just to protect their Broodmother, which, I mean, we'll see if that's what they're going to do.
I mean, if you pick a Broodmother, you have to do it, because I mean, you got to protect her. She's so important to your team. If she's not able to push towers early on, she really just doesn't do anything. I mean, she is a decent mid to late game hero, but she's not really super strong in the super late game. She's kind of a 30-45 minute hero, 30-40 minute. You want to get towers really quickly is the bigger deal. It's all about the laning phase for her. And if that doesn't work out, which is very hard against an SK and a Darkseer, then what do you got? So I think it's the right thing to do.
Well, let's see if they're going to ban that Darkseer as well, because that is the other insane hard counter. They're thinking about it. You know, Quantic banning a couple of hard carries. Fnatic is a team known to rely on hard carries to muscle their way into a victory. But against a Chen Vengeful Spirit, maybe a little bit dangerous to do. There's Darkseer ban. There you go.
Earthshaker a hard carry nowadays?
You know, when you max that enchant and you go Lothar's, pretty hard carry.
Man, Battle Fury enchant totem, massive damage.
Dude, man.
Massive damage. So yeah, as we mentioned, there is the ban on Darkseer. So this leaves Quantic to kind of get whatever they want now. Left in the pool, we've got, let's see, there's still an SA, so that could maybe be picked up from Dire, as they clearly do like SA. What would Quantic want? Looks like they're going to go ahead and grab an Enigma. Okay, so they're going to go for a bit more of a summon based pushing with a lot of team fight. So interesting picks here.
Yeah, they got a lot of single target stuns. TIE Hunter is going to be the counter, and that just forced the Enigma to have a BKB. And a Shadow Fiend.
Wow.
Migo's going to be playing that one in the mid lane. We're going to see something nice. And suddenly we're looking at Vengeful for Aura. We're going to have minus armor, plus damage, and of course a Tear as well. We're going to see a Medallion Courage either on the Mirana or maybe even an Enigma. And suddenly, if you look at this Dire lineup, they don't have any armors to work with. This is going to be nice here from Quantic.
Yeah. And this isn't some piddly dink game they just chose to play. This is for big cash right now. This is potentially for the third place spot, and what is it, $2,000 or to third place? How much does third place get?
Third place 2,000 gold, right?
2,000. Yeah, you said
2,000 gold,
which is at least like what? 500 grand. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So. So yeah, this is a ballsy strat because they really don't have a lot of tank outside of Chin's ultimate. Enigma very squishy, Shuffy incredibly squishy. Vengeful Bottom not very fat either. So there's a lot of AOE, a lot of nuke. I gotta say personally, despite the armor, the de-armor potential on Fnatic, I still think I like Fnatic's picks right here. They just got so many powerful heroes.
I don't know, man. One of the reasons why Shadow Fiend was not seen anymore, like he just went extinct after 6.69C, is Smoke was introduced, and he's afraid of smokes, man. And Dire has some great smoke heroes. Venomancer Tide just come a dual lane mid gank, and that Shadow Fiend is basically dead. And right now we're seeing some beautiful lanes here. We're gonna see a Venomancer Tide and a Weaver. At least the Tide and Weaver is gonna go on the bot lane. We're gonna see a Gush Swarm. That's a lot of minus armor to work with as well. They could roam off the lane. The Broodmother is gonna be fine by himself. And Rasa, all they need is one Hex against Shadow Fiend. So whoever's playing this Shadow Fiend, gotta watch out.
Yeah, this is gonna be really hard for him. I gotta be honest. This is, man, Quantic got some balls. This is like balls of steel here, picking up Shadow Fiend.
Cojones.
For this kind of cash right now. So we do have Miguel playing that Shadow Fiend. Angel is going to be on the Enigma. Link is going to be playing the Bottom. We got Rise on that Vengeful, and Mania will once again be playing the Chin. For Fnatic, we got Mitch on that Rasta. We got Weaver being played by Gordon. We got Boop Top, have 25 CM. Who is that?
Victor
playing the Leviathan. We got Opa playing the Venomancer. I'm not sure who that is. And Grazine is going to be playing that Broodmother up top. So another invisible, or no, I'm sorry, Grazine was Invoker last game. So.
Oh, that is sort of invisible. Invoker fits the ticket for any description. Oh,
right.
Support.
Oh, he's anti-push. Oh, he's initiation. Oh, he's DPS. Oh, he's global.
Whatever you want, Invoker will give it to you. And it seems like it is going to be that trialing, or unless they're going to go into a jungle and drop off a couple of wards. That's a very, very good choice as well. Let's see if there's a... It's going to be a Shadow Fiend on the bot lane. He's going to have to protect it lane and try to get some pull. Of course, the Vengeful Spirit does have, sentry wards ready to de-ward. And the question is, what are they going to allow them to do that? The thing is, if you have a very offensive trialing like this on the bottom, sometimes you want them to pull. In fact, you lose the creep waves and suddenly your creep is tanking the tower shot, so you could dive the Shadow Fiend very easily.
Yeah, I'm very much offended by this trialing. Like, Venomancer, Leviathan, and Weaver can really they have a lot of killing power. Obviously, the double slows allows Weaver to chase a lot. He can just run in there with the Sakuchi. It looks like we're going to have Rise on bottom with the Shadow Fiend and then Chin in the jungle, but... we see immediate initiation of Miguel, and if Miguel goes down here right at the bat, which he is definitely going to, eats a tree to guy and get through, eats a second tree, he's going to run behind the tower. Nice use of trees, but if he ends up dying, he's just going to cost himself a bunch of gold. Miguel looks like he will go down, probably a first blood here for Gordon. Yep, we're going to see one more attack. Oh, one more. No, Levy's going to end up getting the first blood. And Opa dives a little too far, so Vince will make himself a little bit of a rebuttal. But no, nice eating of trees himself and getting away. Man, nice use of tangos here from both teams.
Wow, I think he was in magic missile range, but Rise maybe realized he's not going to get the kill anyways. He did not want to invest.
He didn't have gold. He just now got the 110 mana.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, and that was a great first blood against the Shadow Fiend. Now the jungle is completely warded, and the question is, you might be asking, well, why don't Rise just go de-warded? Well, he can't even leave the lane at this point because you don't know where that Tide is, you don't know where that Venomancer is. You try to de-ward, you get picked off, and that's it. You just lost the lane. And now look at this Migo. There's an invisible Tide coming in, and Migo might be in trouble again. There's going to be a Gush, a Gale, and here comes Gordon. Migo is going to go down 0-2. Wow.
Ooh, poor Miguel. I feel for him right now, man. You have a super squishy hero that desperately needs some early game, and he is just getting decimated left and right. He even walked back the first time, so he didn't have to use that mana or that gold, but now he goes ahead and buys himself a TP, or somebody bought him a TP, and he immediately TP's back. So 2 deaths right off the bat, and Fnatic have a fantastic beginning to this game.
Now
meanwhile, at top, Grazine against Enigma. Yep.
We've seen, Navi go to farming Venge and Rise. He got some free farm in that lane, so there's a silver lining in everything. Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah, that's a silver lining that you're hunting for. You're grasping at straws, you might even say. Meanwhile, on top, Enigma, of course, is going to try and deny as many creeps as he can with his Eidolons, which gives him, or demonic conversion rather, which gives him a decent amount of ability to deny some of the XP of Grazine. The problem is Grazine can just kind of wail on him. It's actually interesting enough. Brewmother tried to just hit Angel, but Angel had 3 Eidolons, so he actually just out DPS'd him and forced him to run away. So and use a salve.
Yeah, don't want to trade hits with 6 Eidolons because they do pretty hurt. But he is going to be under the influence of his web, so he's going to regen quite a bit. He's going to try to come out hit Angel again once the Eidolons are timed out. In fact, he's going to farm off the Eidolons. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm going to pay most of my attention on this bot lane here as they are winning so much right now. Now, Quantic does have his defensive jungle Chen, but the question is, nice D-warding by Ryze, sniffing that one out. It's so important they get those D-wards off. And starting to get some pulls going their way because they cannot allow this offensive trialing here on the bottom to continue to get what they want.
Oh, well played there for Mania. It goes up to the hill and ends up denying the DD room from the Venomancer. Fantastic play there from Mania.
Yep. I think at this point here, Gordon very happy that he's going to get some free farm, and off those 2 kills here, we're going to see the supports hitting level 2 and mostly level 3 as well. That's the smoke I'm talking about on the Venomancer. They could easily just fall back to the second tower, smoke up, and just journey to the mid lane, where there is a Mirana, so it's somewhat difficult to kill, but she is 1 hex away from death as well, and that's why it's so good to have a Shadow Shaman in the mid. It makes killing so much easier.
Yeah, and Mitch has already got himself that very quick bottle. Link, meanwhile, just now getting his bottle, so pretty solid advantage already for Mitch, obviously on the back of those Aether Shocks. And Link actually down to about half HP. He wants to be careful because, I mean, that Aether Shock does a lot of damage. If he spams it just a little bit more, he's got 2 more bottle charges, he could easily end up taking him down, or at least force him to use that salve, I guess. Yep. He does still have one.
Back on the top lane here, Grazine showing off.
Actually, on bottom, we have an initiation on Mania. We see a Venomous Gale from Opa. Immediately, some nukes from Mania. Mania's not going to be able to get that kill. Vengeance going to come down there and go get a stun, though, and Link... Oh, no, actually, Gordon comes off the backside and getting the kill on Mania.
Yep, actually that worked out better for Gordon to pick up the kill here instead of the support here. Now the clap is going to be going out on the tie. In fact, they're going to go right on kill on Ryze. I think they are going to get a kill on Ryze. The question is whether Victor is going to go down first. He actually dodges a C-Raze, and now Miguel has to go back his tower of coverage because Gordon... I think at this point, out DPS the Shadow Fiend if he's not raising. Shadow Fiend does have 500 gold. I think he has to go for a boost of speed right now, or else he's going to just keep giving up the advantage that, well, not even advantage. He's going to keep dying this lane if he doesn't have boots.
No, he's just going to get farther and farther behind. It's
right.
Really much better way. I mean, Gordon is level 4. Shadow Fiend's level 2 right now. He's level 2. Like, those raises don't even do a whole lot of damage. 75 damage, I mean, it's decent, but it's not enough to take people down. Even if you hit that raise on Lebby, I don't think it actually would have killed him. So,
yeah, it's
not too big a deal there.
It's
yeah,
rough for Migo.
Super important.
But one thing that Shadow Fiend does have going for you that not many other semi-carry has is he could really come back very easily. You give him 5-minute free farm and he suddenly comes out with a BKB or something like that. And also the nice thing is, even if you're behind like a Shadow Fiend like this, you could counter push very easily. Just 2 rays and there goes the entire creep wave. So he's sort of a decent defensive hero against pushing strats. So I'm not too sure whether that's what he had in mind, but it's going to be tough. Me on the top lane here, Quantic. Angel was forced to TP back earlier, and then he was forced to pop a glyph on his tower as well. So Grazine is just hardcore pulling this lane right now, as you expect a Broodmother to. And I don't think Enigma is a hero that would outlane a Broodmother, and Grazine is just showing off his muscle on the top lane here.
Yeah, this is going relatively well for Fnatic right now. Obviously, they're 4-0 and they're dominating that bottom lane, but up top they're doing very well. Broodmother's level 6. Enigma got a little bit of advantage. He hasn't been able to kill Angel yet, but I think that's about to change as we see the Spiderlings running. They're going to get a nice block in here. He goes ahead and TPs out immediately. Typical play against a Broodmother. If you're not carrying a TP scroll, you're doing it way wrong. So he goes ahead and just TPs out, but that does force him to lose a bunch of mana or lose a bunch of gold and go right back to base. So going to give Grazine a bunch more time to free farm here.
On the bot lane here, despite there is a Chen, they are just so defensive. Even the Chen is afraid of jungle by himself at this point, because you know Tidehunter and Venomancer will find you, and they found him a couple of times. Gordon, by the way, level 6. This is a good time to check out how we're doing in terms of farm. Weaver's got 26 only, but here comes the Rasa. He's hasted and invis. He's going to find Mania. The question is, what do they go for? There's a Hex. There is a Ward. Shackle? There's a Shackle. That's a lot of spell investment just for 1 kill. They can't even use a Ward for a push or anything like that either. And the question is whether that ward Was it?
Yeah,
A
that was
good
a
ward?
bit aggressive. I don't think
Yeah.
he needed the ward. The Gush did so much damage. I don't think he realizes that Gush does that much. But Opa taking a bunch of damage here. He's going to try and run behind the wards, eat a tree, and try and get himself out there. He does salve up, which is going to give him a little bit more time, but he gets raised down by Shadow Fiend. He's getting himself a kill. Finally, Shadow Fiend. Gordon taking a bunch of damage, goes in and drops his ultimate as he is now 6. Pretty easily getting away. He's going to go after Rise here, probably get a Geminate attack. Nope. Actually, he's a little bit too far out of range. They're going to be forced back. So that was actually decent for Quantic, to be honest. That could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
They ended up getting a 1-for-1. In fact, Broodmother even dying up top now to Enigma. So really went very well for Quantic. That could have been terrible. But they're going to dive after Miguel. He's going to die yet again. There's really nothing he can do. There's just too much diving and nuking power on Fnatic. Man, they just have a ridiculous amount of nuke. And again, Shadow Fiend is a very squishy hero. He is just so easy to kill.
One of the many reasons why he's not too much picked anymore. His lane, once you get Shadow Fiend like this, his laning potential just drops, and I don't know how he's gonna come back. He does have his raises, but that also means that you're pushing the creep wave very much so. That still means that you're gonna be very easily ganked, and somehow Fnatic, despite dropping the Serpent Ward in somewhere over yonder, they were able to still get the tower, which is gonna work out nice for them. And we're going to watch top lane here a little bit here. Sentry Ward was dropped down. That's maybe how they got a kill on the Broodmother. But I had no idea how Grazine actually died there. The nuke's going for Grazine, and he's taking quite a bit of damage.
He tanked a black hole. Actually, Enigma went ahead and dropped himself a black hole on him with a full set of Eidolons. So
okay, that'll do it.
Grazine died to a very nice play from Angel there. But Grazine is at 1,000 gold here. Probably going to get either some treads or a Quigrax or a BKB. Not sure which one he opts to go for.
I think it's going to be Orchid in this game, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, they have an Enigma. I'm dumb. Anyway, yeah, Orchid definitely the choice. You see a lot of Orchids on Broodmother because of his need for mana. He's so mana intensive. He's an agility hero, but very similar to Klinks. He uses so much mana that you still want to get this thing like an Orchid. And you are a heavy DPS hero, so Orchid very good.
Gold difference, we're seeing about a healthy 4,000-5,000 gold lead here, and it is Fnatic that's really in the advantage. Hood is completed on the Weaver. He's going toe-to-toe against Link, and Link's just going to force the leap out. And we're suddenly seeing that despite the bot tower is down, generally you see, oh, the enemy carry is going to leave at this point. Gordon says, no, man, this is still my lane. Going to keep free farming in here. Whoever comes in my lane, I will just own him regardless. So right now, Fnatic is just having a beautiful time. Up by 4 kills, up by about 5,000 gold. And Miguel is just a level 5, 10 minutes in the game.
Yeah, Miguel's so far behind right now. Just having such a rough time. It looks like he's going to go ahead and rotate middle, but he's basically just got to raise. I think the reason he went middle is so that he can raise, and the short proximity to the tower for his creep wave means that it won't push very far, and he'll be able to continue doing that. But now he's even more vulnerable. He's not in a quote-unquote protected lane. No, bot lane wasn't protected very well, was it?
Definitely wasn't.
So the middle, while he's in a slightly better position to raise for creeps, he's in a worse position as far as just dying to their massive nukes. So, but I think you got to do what you got to do at this point. He needs to have creep kills.
Yep. And 60 creep kills here on Angel. Now, some of it are spy lane kills, so it doesn't mean too much, but he is leading. Grazine's got 60 himself. Weaver is just lane controlling like a champ on the bot lane. He's been farming up pretty decently as well. And the question is whether he's going to go at Vit Booster right now and then straight into Radiance, or he feels comfortable enough to go for a Radiance rush. He does have 1k go right now. Let's see what exactly he's going to go.
Yeah, he already bought the Hood of Defiance, which would lead me to believe that he's going to go for a Radiance next. Just because if you're gonna, well, actually no, I kind of take that back. A Vanguard would still be pretty strong with a Hood of Defiance. If they feel like they have enough of an advantage that he can go for a Vanguard and they'll still have plenty of DPS to kill everybody, then you could do that. We see an initiation here actually in middle. Mitch goes ahead and drops some wards. May take down Rise. Rise is going to die, but a Black Hole gets dropped. Not hitting a whole lot, but they do get the Shadow Shaman. Looks like Opa is going to go down as well. So 2 kills there for Quantic, pulling themselves a little bit back into this. So they trade a Vengeful Spirit for a Rasta and a Vino, and I got to say that is a really great trade for them. And Miguel even gets a little bit of free kills there as he takes down those Rasta wards, which is not completely irrelevant because those things are worth, what, 30 gold each-ish?
No, like 14, 15.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
What am I thinking of? Eidolon's worth 30.
Yes.
Okay, that's what.
But yeah, Link was able to pick up a couple kills. That's nice. That's gonna hit him up to treads and a couple of Wraith Bands. And after this tower, if they get it, no, a teleportation comes in right now. This is the Venomancer team. Back the respawn time is just slow low at this point, but they were able to work down a couple hundred points of damage. But look at the silence here. Weaver is just Link controlling bot, so no one can go in the lane and try to save him away. Same thing with the Brewmother. So the question is, how will Quantic play this? Migo, he could raise some spiders, but he's got to be very careful. He cannot leave 5 feet away from that tower because that Broodmother is going to hunt you down. Grizzly is holding to treads. He's got a Sage's Mask, which makes me think that he is going to be going for Orchids, but...
Yeah, and Levy's going to have level 6 and just a few more creep kills here. He's about 87 XP away, so as soon as Leviathan gets himself that... yeah, thank you, Atri. As soon as Leviathan gets himself that... Oh, I see. No, he's arguing with you. Yeah, I was right. Ha! Yeah.
You said wards,
like
and I saw
Rasta.
Veno.
No, Rasta wards.
Okay.
Yeah, you're worth 30. I knew I was right.
No,
Look at
man.
you, noob.
You said Veno wards.
I said wards. There's no... Oh, there's a Veno in this game, too.
Okay, alright, calm down. Mid-tower push coming on right now. Quantic's going to get this one, so that's pretty nice. And Chen lasted that. That's not going to help the team. But yeah, Migo, he hasn't died for the last couple of minutes. He's got strength treads. So I guess it's going okay. Sort of. But bot lane Gordon is still free farming. And he's up to 2k go. I think he's going to go straight Radiance. If he's going to go Vid Booster, he's gotten it by now. So this is going to be dangerous. He's going to have a Relic up in about 6-7 minutes.
Yeah, he has gone ahead and not gone for any kind of HP items, just the Hood of Defiance. But again, there's really nobody's doing anything against him on bottom. And even when bottom goes, I think Gordon can actually just harass him down.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got some nukes, but it's going to be very hard to actually kill Weaver, especially with ultimate. So, yeah, there's really not a whole lot Link can do here other than just try and not die. I don't think Weaver actually has the best ability to kill him, but if they do a lot of prolonged laning, it'll be very rough for him.
And just as they say, like Gordon upgrades to strength treads, I'm like, okay, all right, now he's back down to 1400 gold. He's holding to strength treads, so seeing at 850 HP, not the most, but then you're holding to a hood that's a lot of magical resistance. You have time lapse and Sakuchi, so you're fine. Now Link says, I gotta leave the lane. There's a courier coming in. Can we bring it down? Is he right clicking it? No, he's not.
No, Gondor's gonna go after the Link, which is gonna, or Gordon rather, is gonna get him a lot of harass. He's gonna go ahead and pull back out. There is an Enigma down here, and Enigma does have 2 sentry wards. So they could do this. Black Hole's ready in 2 seconds if they want to blow that. There's the sun. We're going to drop the ward, and we're going to see an arrow and a black hole as well. So spending everything. I don't think they actually needed that because bottom arrow was going to hit either way.
Man,
so the black hole was a bit wasted there.
Dude, man, you don't want a time lapse, and you're like, oh, should have dropped the black hole. I think in this case, the black hole has such a long cooldown, but against a Weaver that's been free farming like that, I would have dumped it just to make sure. And I'm happy that they got the kill. That's going to give Bottom a little bit of free farm room. And he's up to his Wraith Band and Tread, so he's going to be able to hurt down supports a little bit, but their mid tower is going to go down. Its Master Supreme Ward is going to get dropped, and it's going to be coming off cooldown in 12 seconds or so. Here comes Rise trying to defend that one.
Yeah, it's I don't know. That's a very Luminous S play, just Black Hole one person. But
yo, man, if it's a carry, it's worth it.
Alrighty, so we're gonna have a little bit of maybe a push here in middle. Unfortunately for them, Chin's tornado, or rather the tornado, doing a lot of work there. We see a ward get down, but immediately stunned there, and Mitch takes down immediately. And those wards are gonna end up being wasted. Rise gets up there and get a little bit of harass, but they're gonna go ahead and take these down, and they are worth 30
goals. Yeah,
36,
I'm seeing these
32.
numbers popping up. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, you dumb.
No,
So
man, I'm
Shadow
seeing those the serpent wards. Those are 15.
Yep. Mass Serpent words, though. I was talking about, of course, Shadowfiend getting those kills earlier. So he is getting a little bit of farm. Let's go ahead and check Shadowfiend to see where he is at now. He's level 9. He's got himself a bottle and treads. It looks like he's got an Ogre Axe as well, and just 150 gold on top of that. So still not really up to anything, but he is 2-3-0. And Shadowfiend is one of those heroes that just given a little bit of time and a little bit of free time to raise, he will get a lot of farm very quickly and pull himself back into it. So despite his early difficulties, oftentimes it's the problem people have when they're analyzing a game. They look at what has already happened and not where the state actually currently is. And so Shadowfiend did have a terrible early game, but if you actually look at levels, he's level 9 compared to 10, 12, 6, 9, 9, or 6, 6, 8. So he's really not that far behind right now.
Nebula dropping some truth on this cast here. One thing that I want to point out that Quantic is doing a very good job is they're keeping that mid tower alive. And that's a huge thing. If that mid tower is down right now, I could bet you money that Fnatic will be taking a Roshan. It will be a lot more difficult to take this Roshan right now because Radiant team could easily TP in and go for a Roshan seal. And this is like the third or fourth time that Fnatic just hammered down the mid lane. I think Serpent Wards was dropped like 2 or 3 times in this mid lane. But Quantic is just not letting this tower go, and that's going to give them some key map control. And they're still keeping this tower alive. And every time that Fnatic try to push, Miguel was able to get a couple kills. And yeah, right now, Fnatic's not in that big of a lead, to be completely honest. Even though the goal difference chart, 4K lead, their early game was so beautiful that I expect them to be in a greater lead.
Yeah, actually, if you look at the gold chart, it's kind of tapered off and just stayed at a steady about 4K for the entirety of the last 8 to 10 minutes here. So Quantic has done a really nice job of kind of pulling this game back, and despite having such a terrible early game. They're going to have a ultimate here from Potom, which is probably going to save them. They do not have any vision. There's Angel does not. Oh, he has Black Hole up just now, literally 1 second left. But a Levy ultimate first. Mitch is going to go down, though. We see him dropping an ultimate first, though. Black Hole catches 3 here. Down goes Levy. Vino's going to go down as well. I believe Gordon's going to be fine. They do have vision, but he's just going to be able to ultimate and Sakuchi away. That said, they do get 3 heroes, bait out the Levy ultimate, so that's going to be on cooldown for a while. And they're going to clean up all of the 30 gold Serpent Wards, getting themselves a lot more farm. And through all of this, Miguel continuing to just raise up Spiderlings on top and get himself a lot more of a foothold into this game.
Yeah, man, Quantic is just playing nice right now. It's showing off to him some team fights. Matt spikes at the moment. Maybe they needed some spikes because he was landing raises like Yafit's over there. So, well, I guess if you have a black hole, then, don't take too much skill to land those raises. But yeah, they're playing nice. They just want a team fight. The gold is going to shoot back up. But more importantly, they're getting more map control back. The Broodmother, without his teammates distracting elsewhere, cannot be pushing the bot tower either. So they just got themselves a lot more map control back. And now Enigma going for a hood. He's going to finish a pipe before rushing his Black King bar. I think Quantic is okay now.
Yeah, I think Quantic's back in this. I mean, Miguel is 3-3. I actually can't look at his level because he is currently disconnected, but I think he's 10. Yeah, he's 10. Link, meanwhile, is 11, 3-0-4, so Link has yet to die, so a pretty
Link
far
has a
there.
drums. This is some legit bottom build.
Wow, really? Where is... He actually has drums. I'll be darned. I have not seen drums bottom. I gotta be honest. I can't recall ever seeing that. We got a shout out to Mitch and Carry Venge. So we'll go ahead and check out Rise to see if he's actually carrying Revengeful. Nope, just got the 2 gauntlets. I don't see any Lothar's BKB action right there.
Nor a Manta, Force Staff, anything of that sort. Mania has a mecha up. Yeah, in terms of item progression, they're being able to keep up with the dire side pretty much so. But here comes Mitch. He has a Black King bar. But Black King bar will get swapped through. We'll get Enigma Black Hole through. And the Radiant side is very physical damage based. So I'm not sure. I mean, Black King bar is going to allow him to drop off all his spells. But don't look towards him surviving for...
Yeah, and if he keeps dropping wards out of the range of towers, then it's not going to really matter. It seems like the last, as you mentioned, when they were pushing the middle the last 2 times, the wards actually didn't end up doing anything. And every time he's casting his ultimate, he just seems to be feeding 250 gold to the opposing team as opposed to 300 gold instead of actually getting anything out of them. The last battle, they got a little bit unlucky, as Levy did drop the ultimate, and Enigma had his ultimate literally ready the second he needed it. Like, literally a second off cooldown, and then he got it. So, the last battle went very well for Quantic, and I actually think, despite the early game struggles, I think Quantic's actually in the lead right now.
I think so too. The go difference chart. I hate it when a lot of people, when I cast, they always like, Luminous, can you check the go difference chart more? I personally hate this chart. It shows you how the game has been going up to this point, but not the game going right now.
Yeah, it doesn't look at the current state and what's going forward. Because if you actually look at like levels, we got 7, 7, and 8. Rasta is level 8 right now. I cannot stress enough how bad that is going to be for Fnatic. He has basically leveled up Aether Shock, and that's it. Nothing else is leveled up. His ultimate is only level 1, and he's got 3 more levels to go before that ever gets to level 2. 245 XP a minute right now. To put that in perspective, that's barely more than Shin has.
Yep.
Which is one of the primary supports. Obviously, Rise a little bit behind that, but compare it to like the other farms, Miguel, who had a terrible early game, 346 XP a minute and 309 gold a minute. So actually a just reasonable amount of farm compared to Mitch and much more XP. So that Mitch is going to have himself a difficulty. As you mentioned, that BKB's not really going to do a whole lot for him because they can just ache like him.
Yep.
He has no real tank right now.
And the unfortunate thing is he doesn't have much room to farm. Like the Broodmother, her domain's the top lane. You're not going to go there. Weaver's going to have herself on the bot lane, and this mid lane, I mean, you can't. I mean, you're going to have one wave, and that's it. It's going to go right back into enemy tower. And you don't want to stay there for too long. So, yeah, Mitch is not going to find too much EXP either. It's going to be tough. He's not the best jungler. So I don't know how he's going to get his EXP. But on the bot lane here, Link might be a little bit trouble. He's going to just leap out fine. If necessary, he could even pop his drum charge.
He's got some drums, bro. I do want to mention, actually, Miguel has decided that he is now ready to enter the fray and has left that top lane and gone back into middle now. So he is ready to be back into battles here as he has really done absolutely nothing. And Quantic has really been playing 4v4 as obviously Broodmother hasn't been there either for quite some time. But they go ahead and leave Broodmother alone up top for a while. I don't know if this is the greatest idea. But it will put Miguel in a position to actually have some team fights. Obviously, level 4 raises do a lot of damage. He's now level 11, so his ultimate's level 2 as well.
Yep. It's working towards that BKB. We'll have it done in just about 1100 gold. And the thing is, Dire is still unable to go into the Roshan simply because that mid tower is still up. Quantic showing why they're one of the best Dota 2 game. I'm gonna just say if this was any other Dota 2 team aside from like Navi, COG or something like that, after that terrible start with your Shadow Fiend dying like 0-3 on the bot lane, the game's over.
Yeah, I think so too. But Quantic has done a splendid job of battling back, win behind. Little adversity ain't nothing to them. Ain't nothing to a boss, or 5 bosses in this case. We do have an Urn of Shadows now on Rise. Angel, as you did mention, did go ahead and buy himself a pipe. I don't know if you saw it. He's actually got a Pipe of Insight recipe with that hood. So he's going to go ahead and get pipe into Soul Ring. I'm guessing BKB is going to be next on the list.
Yep.
BKB, meanwhile, just about done on Shadow Fiend. Only, about 900 gold away till he has his BKB. So shockingly, Shadow Fiend has managed to pull himself back into this. Meanwhile, Arcane's and Mecha and Meta, he's a little bit too far out there. Looks like maybe they want to find Grazine. They are going to catch him. He's going to probably get a nuke and a net. There is the nuke. There is the net. There's a stun. We're going to see the ever-important midnight pulse here from Angel. Good for cutting down trees. Opa taking a bunch of damage. Opa is going to go down. It looks like Grazine's going to be able to get away. I want you to look at Broodmother right now because she has the funniest pain animation ever. She got a broken-ass leg.
And that broken leg, ironically, don't move her any slower. And she's going to gallop her way back into the base. But yeah, Quantic is going to take yet another tower. Mirana lasts this one. And they're going to go to tier 2. This is the Radiant team that is supposed to be defending against a Broodmother, a Venomancer, and a Rasta. But they're on the offensive. Quantic is coming right back. And that gold chart is going to climb straight up. Quantic's been winning for the last couple of minutes. And this gold chart finally is going to reflect that, to be honest.
Yeah, I really don't. That gold chart is still not quite where it should be. I mean, I understand that it's exactly mathematically where it should be,
right?
But Quantic is in the lead, and I don't think it's a small lead right now. I think this league is starting to get a little bit bigger here.
Yep.
Grazine is their kind of only hope here. He does have that Orchid. He opted not to get a BKB. So if Grazine can somehow manage to silence Enigma, not get stunned. I don't know how he's going to do that, but if he can not get stunned, and then they can maybe pick off a few heroes, they can win a battle here. But past that, if they pick off Grazine, the other 4 heroes of Dire have shown that they're not capable of battling through the team fight of Quantic right now.
Yeah, man, Grazine's got to kind of channel some Peter Parker and freaking dodge stuns like a mofo, because they have so many stuns going for them. And unfortunately here, the team fight potential from a TIE Hunter, Venomancer, and Rasa, on paper, that looks really good. But then on actuality, like if you look at their levels, they got nothing.
Yeah, this game is looking very difficult. We do have a little bit of lag here from Miguel, so we got a bit of a pause. I'm going to go ahead and one more time check the... it looks like he has rejoined. Go ahead and check the actual items just in case I missed anything. BKB on Mitch. Looks like the beginnings of maybe a mechanism on Tide Hunter, but that's about it. We do have a here as everybody is rejoined and ready to go. It looks like maybe we're going to have a push here from Quantic up top.
I think so. Gordon's not even up to his relic yet. 3,600 right now, but Quantic's knocking on the Raxes, and And they gotta somehow defend this. Look at the trolls being sent up, and they're going on this tower, losing some HP. Here comes the TIE Hunter. He's threatening for that Ravage. Moonlight Shadow gets dropped. Nice ward trap here. BKB on Mitch, so he's tanking it up. Here comes the TIE Hunter. Ravage up on everything. Angel's gonna get a perfect black hole. He's not going for it just yet. Angel half HP. He's got the mana. He's looking for a black hole. And Requiem still gets dropped. Everyone dying at this point. Enigma gotta kill somehow. Midnight Pulse not just dropping down trees. And now we have the 30 gold Serpent Ward being dropped and the 15 gold Plague Wards being killed as well.
One thing I want to point out, Angel didn't need to use his ultimate there. Yeah. They ended up getting the Broodmother without anybody dying. The Hand of God from Chen doing massive work there, as well as the Mechanism managing to keep everybody alive. And now they... Oh no, Black Hole actually got wasted.
What?
He cast it and got immediately stunned somehow.
I did not... Oh, okay.
Yeah. He must, maybe he went for the black hole right as Levy ultimated. I'm not sure.
Like yeah.
I didn't see him get stunned. So actually, they have no black hole, which means that they are going to have to TP back now. I thought he was very wisely saving it, but no, he ends up actually maybe mistiming it just a little bit and getting it canceled there. Weaver did not die though, just the Brood died. So Weaver's up to 3,800 gold now, so he will have a relic. If he can get a Radiance, maybe he can start assassinating some heroes and getting himself some more tank and maybe pull them back into this game. He is a very strong late game hero, but looking at Potom with those drums, she doesn't have a whole lot of damage right now, so Potom's not really going to be able to counteract her now. Obviously, Shadowfang can get a lot of damage, and he does have a BKB right now, so...
Yeah, that team fight was huge in the sense that Gordon is going to have the Radiance, hopefully, before the next team fight, but I'm not too sure whether Radiance alone is going to do it, as the Radiant side does. The Radiance against the Radiant, and it looks like we're going to have a Roshan attempt right here. Mid tower is down, but I don't think they have the map control to do it. Look at Quantic, they're just roaming so aggressively. Mitch, does he have the Black King bar? That's the question. He does. Is he going to pop it? Yeah, he has to pop it right now. Dude, BKB, and go ahead.
Oh, man. Yeah, so Mitch does end up forced to use his 10-second or 9-second charge. He actually already used it one time, so he's down to 8 seconds now. Yeah, just at the cost of a stun, getting to cut down the time on the BKB. Though I'm going to be honest, on Shadow Shaman, as we mentioned earlier, I don't think it actually matters. He only needs just long enough of BKB to cast his spells. After that, he is just going to die to damage.
Right.
So it's not really relevant whether it's 5 seconds or 10 right now. Now, if he gets a little bit fatter, that'll be more relevant, but that was going to happen anyway. Venomancer, meanwhile, gets himself a point booster, so just getting himself as much HP and mana as he can for the price. Probably not going to go for any kind of axe stick.
I think he had a point booster for a long time, even maybe from the time that they were winning. That's how long he held in that point.
Oh, yeah, in that early bottom lane.
Yeah,
that makes sense. And
he hasn't got an item since, or maybe he's devoting back to wards and whatever else. But it's not a poor choice. He's not going to get go-to for the axe scepter, but the 200 extra HP is just nice for the survival. But here comes Quantic on this bot lane, and I don't think the Dire side could defend this.
Yeah, I think this tower's going to go down, and Enigma has 2.2k, so we're going to get our question answered on whether or not he's going for BKB or Blink Dagger. I'm pretty sure it's going to be BKB. I don't really see a reason for him to get... Oh, he got a Blink Dagger. So immediately egg all over my face, as Angel has gone ahead and got the initiation item. He pretty much has to catch a Levy then every time.
Right.
There's not another option. If he doesn't catch Levy, it's just a giant failure. And as long as Levy stays back, which is what he's doing right now, it means that they really can't initiate with that black hole very well.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that could still disable his black hole. There's an Orchid, there's a Hex and a Shackle, and of course that Ravage that you're talking about. Now, of course, Broodmother and TIE Hunter are melee, so it can be done if they're not, positioning themselves properly. TIE Hunter roaming on the backline. Is he coming right in? He doesn't have a Blink Dagger or anything of that sort. He's scouted out here. If he gets blinked on, it's
cutting trees down like a boss. That's the only skill Midnight Pulse is good for. I mean, I understand it does other things, but I'm not actually sure what it does. I think it just cuts down trees. Yeah, that's all it does. So, we have TP's back here from Quantic. It looks like they're going to go ahead and pull back on this push, but they did get that tier 1 tower. So now 1, 2, 3, 4 towers down for the Dire side, and just 1, 2, 3, 4 down for Radiant. So they're actually even on towers, and there is a Broodmother and a Rasta on one team. I'm going to give you a guess as to which team failed.
The Dire side is leading by a whopping 20 gold at this point. Hopefully this Roshan is going to change arrow. It's going to scout out. It's going to hit the Roshan. So that's going to help out the Dire side just a little bit more. Mass Serpent Ward is dropped. Roshan very, very low. Can they defend enough? They do have the Ravage right here. And this is nothing but the Dire Advantage. Moonlight Shadow going to be used. Do they have True Sight here? Leap in from Link. Not going to pick up the HSCs behind enemy lines here. I think the Fnatic team, though, don't want to take the fight. Oh, my God. A lot of Tentacle against a girl. Y'all know what I'm talking about right there, but yeah, Fnatic able to get the Aegis and back off their could defend their tier 2 tower, so that was a pretty decent win here for Fnatic. I'm not sure whether that's going to be enough though. Radiance is up here for Weaver, and he has the Aegis, so he's afford to run in and play very aggressively in the next fight.
Yeah, they did a really nice job using the dire advantage there to just kind of ninja themselves a Rosh. They managed to pick that off pretty quickly with that Radiance on Weaver, and that's a pretty big deal actually. Having an Aegis on Weaver, especially a hero that is your primary DPS, or even if he's not super high up, he does have a Radiance now, so his Geminate's attacks do a lot right now. Each Geminate's like 300 damage.
Yep.
So if that Aegis can be a pretty big deal, I'm guessing he's going to follow this up with tank items. Typically what you do on Weaver is you buy one damage item, you finish your tank items, and then you go for a second damage. So probably going to have either a Heart or a Vanguard next. Probably not a Vanguard. My guess would be if he could get there, he'd like to have a Heart, but can he get there?
Might finish his pipe first.
Yeah, he might finish pipe as well. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Miguel, meanwhile, does have a Yasha and a Manta style recipe, so just an ultimate orb to go until Miguel has himself a Manta style. And as we mentioned, I mean, we're 27 minutes in, and right now he's got a BKB Tourette's and just about a Manta. If you'd have said that, at the 5-minute mark, I'd have been like, bro, you crazy. But he's managed to pull himself back into this.
Yep. Mitch holding himself to a a Blink Dagger with BKB as well. This is where the BKB charge becomes important. The extra second being able to block a stun or whatever else when you're in middle 5 hero, and then when your teammates are running in, could be a difference maker. But he's still sitting at 1,000 HP. I think Shadow Fiends is like, okay, pop Manta, right click. So
Yeah.
not sure whether Blink is the best choice, but that's what he has.
Blink, yeah, Blink BKB. I mean, I'm not against the purchase. It's a fine purchase, but I feel like in this situation in the game and how much HP he just doesn't have, I'm not a big fan of it. As I stumble through the English language there, we do have a smoke here on Quantic as they're just sending 4 heroes up top. Link, meanwhile, going as well. If anybody notices that the Spider Leagues are getting blocked a little bit, then maybe they'll know what's up. But I don't think anybody did.
Yep, let's check out how we're doing in terms of item before the next fight happens. Mainly's got himself a point booster. I don't think he's anywhere near his acceptor just yet. Gem is up on Mirana as well, so they're hunting some Brewlings. And, well, there's every spider in the game is invisible, and there's 2 right now, so they're going to be hunting them down. Pipe and Blink Dagger is up on Angel long before Miguel going for the BKB, or excuse me, going for the Manta after the BKB. Not near that just yet, and not much item progression here from the Dire side. Maybe Tyne just going to have his Mecha before the next fight, but to be honest, he needs level. He doesn't need item, he needs level. He needs the level 11. Same thing with the Venomancer. They should just be buddies here with the Ancients and drop up a couple wards and get themselves a level 11, as we see Quantic going for another tier 2 tower.
Yeah, I want to mention actually, just drop a little bit of knowledge here. Gordon is actually not a arachnid, he is a bug. He only has 6 legs.
Alright, calm down, sir.
Hey man, I went to high school in America. I learned about bugs and spiders. Not a whole lot about other countries.
I learned about quantum physics when I was in 4th grade, so
yeah.
no time for bugs.
I learned a bunch of math and stuff, but I'm pretty sure Fnatic and Quantic are both just from Europe. Even though I realize, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both just Europe. It's all just Europe. The rest of the world is pretty much just Europe.
And Dire side, are they smoking up? Yeah, there's a smoke. And I wonder where they go. Now, when you have a Blink Dagger in the Rasa, you get the initiation. Oh, there's a DD here on the Weaver, so you could kind of go big right here. He's not gonna pick that up. Are you?
Yeah, no, he got blocked by Mitch there. Actually, they're waiting to bottle up a little bit and use the smoke. He did pick him up with that bite booster, so look, he is going to go just for straight HP, as I mentioned. Not going to finish that. That hooded or pipe rather, which I think is a good choice. He didn't really have a whole lot of HP. He was at like 1100 or something.
Right.
So getting Vibe Boost is a really good choice here. I mean, the Hooded Defiance is good, and it does give you effective HP, but the more HP you have, the better that item's going to be. So I see him ground here. He does have double damage, but they're going to go ahead and just go for creeps, I guess. This is a bit weird. I mean, one of the ways that you can actually win a team fight is if you just have a DD on your Weaver and you're just getting a bunch of kills. Oh, this is not going to go well.
Opa.
Ooh, Opa just barely managing to get away. They did not spot him, and no blink there from Angel trying to catch him. So
this Weaver about to go extinct. Bug or not.
Dodge, no, he's good. He's gonna go ahead and just Sakuchi away. I think he's fine, bro.
Yo,
He's
man,
totally
that gem.
fine.
That gem and the Blink Dagger Enigma, he will find you. And we're going to see some one-man black holes. Luminous patented. And if you could get a kill on Gordon at this stage of the game and catch him without buyback, it could just be GG.
Yeah, Levy's pretty close to a mecha. Actually, he has a mecha, so Levy's even got himself a mecha now. So Fnatic got a little bit more team fight. Grazine has got himself a BKB as well. But again, Black Hole don't give you know, a stuff about BKB there. We do have Treads now on Vino, so he's a little bit tankier. So a bit more tank finally on the Surge side, so maybe they can survive the Black Hole Shadow Fiend combo, but I don't have high hopes for him, to be honest.
Yeah, if you guys are just joining us, we are watching Fnatic versus Quantic. Evidently two Chinese teams because 32 minutes, 18 kills. High action stuff here we're watching.
Yeah. I was checking the chat for a second there, being a little bit of a rail birder. Anyway, so we got 5 for Sentinel on the bottom side, 5 for Scourge on the middle of the top side, or Dire and Radiant, whatever you want to call them. I preferred Sentinel and Scourge. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, why did they change it from Sentinel Scourge? Is it a copyright issue?
It's got to be. I mean, typically anything else that was being used, they couldn't use. But I don't know. I feel like Sentinel isn't owned by Warcraft or Wizard or Blizzard.
Oh, Gordon! No, Gordon! Time lapse it away! Oh my God! His life just flashed before my eyes, and that was rough. Someone's TPing.
Well, that was a good cancel right there. Nice choice, because that was a death and a half on that TP. It's like TP into 5. I got this. No problem.
Alright, so that's the last tier 2, and Quantic leading in terms of tower now. Of course, Brewmother doing his thing, and it's gonna draw some TPs. Oh, those Brewlings! Get them out before that big bad Shadow Fiend comes in.
Yeah, immediately runs away there. Mech style now complete on the Shadow Fiend. Nice raise on that last one, just raising 1 creep. Well played, Miguel. Sometimes you got to speed farm, I guess.
Show me who's boss. Boss. 1,300 gold here on the Shadow Fiend.
Hey, you ever watched Epic Mealtime?
Yo, man, Epic Mealtime is a thing.
Yes, man. My favorite is fast food lasagna. I don't even like fast food. Also, the candy sushi is a classic. Love the candy sushi.
No, I like the one for Thanksgiving where there's like a...
Oh, yeah, the Epiturduca.
There's like a chick and a...
Centipede.
Chick and a pig and a turkey and a dog or something like crazy.
Got a quail inside of a pig, inside of something inside of a turkey.
Anyways, back to Tota.
That's classic. All right. Anyway, so Weaver just barely got away there. He was actually a little bit close to getting stunned again, though. He does have another time lapse. It's pretty short cooldown at level 3, just the 40 seconds, and obviously free, so you don't have to worry about. Oh no, I Sakuchi'd away all my mana, and now I can't time lapse. So he's gonna be fine though. He does have that Aegis though. Aegis, I don't know how much longer it's got. It doesn't have a count timer on it. I wish it did. Somebody needs to message a dev and ask him to put a timer on the Aegis. So you can actually just look at it and see how long you've got.
I think any pro teams write down the actual time to tickets, so, or they should.
Well,
any player, to be honest, even if you're in a pub, just write it down, man. It's
right, but I'm a spectator and I did not write it down.
Well, that's our fault. To be honest, there.
Look, I'm a caster. I'm not expected to be freaking
paying attention, you know, like.
Yeah, that ain't my job. All right, my job is to just shout at my monitor and say things
and talk about Epic Mealtime, boss.
Epic Mealtime. Now, Mania has got himself a Vite booster and a point booster right now. So, what is he doing? What's going on here? Is he getting himself a soul booster? Surely not. Surely he just wanted a more HP. I'm pretty sure that was just straight up an HP.
Actually, I would straight up get a Hearthstone right now. I mean, when you die, you get some healing going on, so that's not too bad, actually.
I don't know. I think this is much more likely to be an Ags and more just on the Vite booster. So.
Well, then get an Ogre Club. Come on.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do that as well.
No, he's gonna get an energy booster right here.
Uh-oh, is he doing it? No, he's not. He pulled back. All right, so he is not doing that, or he would have just bought it right then. So.
You know the commentary is really dry when you're cheering for an epic booster, energy booster purchase. 36 minutes in the game, but both teams just farming.
Yeah, and there's really not a lot going on right now, and I'm not sure what Dire's plan is right now.
I think Radiant's just waiting for the Aegis to time out. I think that's exactly what they're doing. And Dire can't take a fight.
And Weaver's trying his best just to get as many creep kills as he can. He's up to 4.2k, which means he's gonna go ahead and go up here, sell that town portal, maybe get a. Nope, he's actually not gonna get the Reaver before he goes in. Wow, this is really aggressive.
No, he's trying to use his Aegis, but it just timed out. It just timed out! Gordon!
He used his ultimate! Wow, that was so close to a just straight up feat.
What? The thing is, even if you use your Aegis, even if it didn't time out, like, what was he trying to accomplish? Kill Avenge?
Yeah, he wasn't gonna kill anybody. Wow, that was crazy close to being a terrible, terrible play.
So Quantic turtle for they literally just turtle for 10 minutes. Roshan is up now, so this is gonna be the game-changing fight.
Oh man, I'm still blown away by Weaver's attempt to just throw the game right there. Razine continued to push up top. He goes ahead and TP's back. He's got himself a Yasha, but as I mentioned at the very beginning of the cast, Broodmother is not a super late hero. He's a mid-late hero. He's much more of that mid-range style. At this point, he's starting to lose effectiveness. Yeah, he can keep buying items, and he'll get a little bit stronger, but it won't be as strong as, say, Potom getting continuous items or Shadow Fiend. Although, most heroes aren't super strong either lately. But,
good move here by Grazine. He sent the Spiderlings up top, sent them to push. Notice Mirana was like free farming up there. So they're like, okay, we'll TP bot and get the Roche. Mirana coming his way here. And that's the importance of keeping up exterior tower when you're playing on the Radiant. Aegis again for free on the Weaver. So hope to Ice Frog, God, Buddha, whoever you pray for, that we don't see Quantic turtling for 10 more minutes. Because we're out of epic mealtime references.
Yeah, I'm out of things to talk about. I gotta be honest. How's China going?
Well, to be honest, you know how all those articles saying that China's economic growth is, all that stuff. Yeah, that's a lie, man. Because the rich people are getting richer, but them poor folks.
Yeah, I was actually listening to NPR the other day, and it was talking about how China is because of the amount of economic growth right now. Nobody's really fighting the Communist Party with the advent of the internet, but they're worried that they might have a problem when the economic growth starts to slow down, and all of that mass transfer of information might become a problem for them. Just a little bit of political commentary there. I mean, that's not my opinion. That's just what some guy was talking about. He was a Chinese specialist.
Second time this cast, Nebula dropping some truth. And here comes Quantic, getting some map control. Here's a point where we see Venge starting to become an issue. I mean, she's only level 12, but that second level swap, the key difference between getting it off, winning a team fight, or not. And he's looking for Mitch right now. Mitch does have the Blink and BKB, so he should be fine. He does have a Ultimate Orb as well. This last 10 minutes of just complete rising is going to give Weaver a heart, so he's going to have that much harder time to literally try to feed if he's trying to do that. He's actually tough to kill at this point. Heart, Hood, and Sakuchi time lapse, and an Aegis. When did they start pushing?
Yeah, I don't know, man. They've got to somebody's got to make a stand. This game was super entertaining for the first 10 minutes, and for the last 10 minutes, it has been one of the most boring things I've ever got the pleasure of watching. It's been 11-7 for probably 15 minutes now, right? 15, 20 minutes, no kills have happened. I want to see somebody grow some balls.
And this is not like epic positioning time. This is just like, oh, there's some creeps.
Dilly-dallying around, kill this, kill a little there, walk a little there, go buy some of this.
It's not like both teams are smoking gank like crazy. It's like, oh, there's some jungle creeps.
I think I'll kill those. Oh, I'm going to send the Spiderlings top. Oh, I'm going to kill those Spiderlings top, right? I'm going to go back and go do this.
Well, maybe this is it. Fnatic is looking for a push. Now, a quick item check before the next fight happens. MKB is done on Mirana. We have BKB Manta done on Shadow Fiend. I'm sure both of them has buyback, 4k gold. And actually, Mirana does not have buyback. That might be an issue. BKB up on Angel, aside from his Blink, Pipe, and everything else. And a Vanguard up on Mania, yeah. And,
I told you.
Point booster.
White was for a Vanguard, bro. Why you question the epic intelligence? Up top, we do have a push in here, and there's actually a heart on that Weaver as well as that Aegis. So they take down Potom immediately, and as you mentioned, he has no buyback. So then all of a sudden, Fnatic kind of lulled him into a false security winner. Angel hits a nice black hole in 5. We'll see an ultimate by Shadow Fiend. A bunch of Razors taking people down. You got that Levy ultimate just in time to save Mitch, but it looks like Broodmother is going to go down as well. Gordon continuing to fight here. He still has that Aegis, but it looks like he is finally going to lose that. But Rise dies as well, and I believe finally just a spurt of deaths from everybody here. Gordon probably going to be fine. I don't think they can actually catch him. Actually, he's taking a bunch of damage. He ran the wrong way. He drops an ultimate. Now he's going to Sakuchi up. no net or anything to be able to stop him, and he will be able to get away.
Yeah, Quantic just showing why they haven't got pushed in by now, because they are stronger at this point here. The best move I've seen this whole game was Rasa, who was one hit away from death. He blinked right next to a tower to get a hex off, and the tower says, "Oh, hi Rasta," and just like bam. So that was pretty cute to watch. But Miguel, up to 6K go now.
Wow, that was, I gotta say, that was finally some crap happened. So you 3-3 deaths on both sides there.
And the Aegis.
Who'd you say? And the Aegis, that's right. Now, who'd you say up to 6K?
Shadow Fiend, but he just purchased his full butterfly, now up to...
Wow.
He's out DPSing a Heart Gordon right now.
Oh, definitely, yeah, definitely. Gordon went for the tank build. As you do, you buy that heart. Now he can buy some more damage items. This is my one problem with Weaver as a hero. Yeah, he's very difficult to kill, and he's pretty strong in the laning phase because of that. And obviously can't gank him very well. But he needs so many items. I mean, he's got to get some kind of HP to survive. He went for the Hood of Defiance, or not HP, but Regen rather. Then you want to buy a Radiant so you have some damage and chasing potential. But then after you get the Radiant, you're still squishy, so you got to buy something like a Heart to give yourself some tank. And now he's got all of this tank, but he still only does 164 damage. So now he's got to buy himself a damage item. He's got to get like 4 items before he can do something. He gets stunned and netted here. He's going to go ahead and drop an ultimate. Yep, he does go ahead and use that.
Oh.
But Angel TP's in, or blinks in and gets himself a stun, and oh, he is going to go down. And with the death of Weaver,
he has buyback.
does he have buyout? He does have buyout, okay.
But still, I think Quantic, what they're going to do right now is just hard push down mid, seize a buyout, and back off and be like, hey, Nose in the jungle. What's up?
Yeah, that's my problem with Weaver. You got to get 4 items on him before he really starts to become super powerful. Because even with his survivability is based upon being invisible and not being caught. It's not against I'm just attacking you. If you're just attacking each other, he's going to die very quickly. So you got to buy all that HP.
Yeah, and he's not the hero where we could stump a lifesteal on him for late game assurance, because well, that's not how Germinate attack works. And here's the thing, that even though Weaver has a buyout, that means that he cannot die anymore in this fight. It looks like they're gonna roll right in. Where is the buyout from Weaver? Did he use it already? Is he not?
No,
what?
No, he did not. He's at 2.2k. I think maybe
he does. He has enough. He has enough. I'm sure of it.
Well, he is choosing not to. They're just gonna let him have those Raxes. So they get the melee racks there, but Broodmother, meanwhile, got the tower up top. Okay, so they're going to do a little bit of trading here. Broodmother looks like she's probably going to get these melee racks as well. She does have a BKB, but we see an ultimate from Angel just trying to kill everything. This was a fantastic decision. This is actually going to save the racks through an inevitable kill there. He did
Swap.
use the BKB, but he gets swapped immediately, and down he goes. Wow, that was a really nice black hole from Angel. A lot of people would say, oh, well, he's just wasting black hole there. No, he saved the melee racks.
Yeah, man.
Because, of course, the BKB means that he would just totally get that.
Wow, that was a big exchange in the game. Buyback here from Link. They want to win right now. TP into the top lane, and they're going to go push. And Weaver right now, of course, he did not use a buyback. I think that was a strategical choice. They were assuming that they get the bot racks, but they didn't. Now they're suddenly down 1 racks. They're looking for a trade. Gordon going for a Demon Edge.
He's going to be an MKB, of course, against the Butterfly.
He's not going to finish it before the next fight. I think if you're going to hold on to a buyback like that, I say you keep holding on to it. But, well, that's his choice.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he just I think he's worried about dying again and buying out and having no gold. But again, if you die again, you have to buy out because your team's going to lose. So
right.
I kind of agree. I don't really like the purchase of the Demon Edge right here. You save for buyout for a reason.
Or maybe he feel like even if I buy out, I'm going to be the only one that has gold to buy out. So it's going to be a 1v4 situation if we lose the fight anyways. Then that might make a little bit more sense. But in either case, their Rax is getting pushed on the top lane here. Black Hole is not up. They use it for that epic defense on the top lane here. Shadow Fiend just right-clicking the Rax. He pops a BKB. That's a melee Rax done. And are they going to keep on fighting? That's a question. Look at Mitch dropping. Yeah, his BKB didn't do anything. And Miguel, he's life-stealing as well. And he is just manning up against everyone. And Miguel's going to carry this up. He's going to man up against Broodmother as well. He's finally getting a nice swap out here.
Nice swap from Vigil to save him as well. He's going to go after Gordon next. Gordon finally, no, he's not going to get killed. He gets sent home by Chin. Wow, this is really nice team play here. Gordon is going to finally get that kill, and Marana and Chin will both go down as well as the Vengeful, but they got the melee racks. There's a gem actually just sitting there that nobody seems to see.
Yep, it's nicely camouflaged right next to the ward. But yeah, I don't see Fnatic coming back from this. Broodmother is way past her prime. Gordon just does not seem to do enough damage. Well, before the next fight, he will have an MKB. and that is going to be an issue for the Shadow Fiend. But I don't know.
Shadow Fiend's damage output is so high here. He's got another 5k, so he can either save for buyout or he can get himself a Satanic right now. And if he gets himself a Satanic after that BKB, man, there's no way they kill him. He'll actually just out lifesteal Broodmother. I'm pretty sure with the Satanic and his damage output, he'll just kill the Broodmother 1v1. So when your Shadow Fiend is out lifestealing your Broodmother, that's bad news for the Broodmother.
Yep.
That's bad news for that team.
Angel's Black Hole is going to be up soon. I think the only way they can win and fight it now is to catch the Shadow Fiend by himself twice, force a buyback, and then kill him again.
Yeah, we're at the point now where all of the issues that Shadow Fiend typically has in a pro game are now gone. Now he is a heavy DPS hero. He's got plenty of survivability with a BKB Manta style. He's got lifesteal on top of that. His DPS output is so high. He's got high damage. He's got an evasion as well from Butterfly. He is just ridiculously fat. And despite all of those early fails, he is 8-3-4 right now. So he died, I think, 2-3 times right at the start.
I don't think he has died since.
Yeah, I think since then he's either 8-0-4 or 8-1-4. He might have died one time, I'm not sure. But he had a really nice save there from the Vengeful Spirit and the Chen last battle, managing to keep him alive. So the eggs all in the Shadow Fiend basket have started to pay off for him here. And we got an MKB as well on Potom.
Yep, yeah, she's been holding on that for a long time. Had to buy out in the last engagement during the push top, so not too many items after that. And of course, people were streaming, check the gold differential. Do we need to check the gold differential to see that the Radiant team is winning by a lot? Double Raxes are down, double melee Raxes are down, and they protected their own Rax. And now Gordon,
Gordon's going to go ahead and run back here. He does have that completed MKB, so his damage output's a lot better now. The problem is, Shadow Fiend probably still just out damages and out survives him, though he does have that ultimate, so I guess theoretically he could ulti and maybe get himself enough HP to survive through a Shadow Fiend, but I think the pure damage on Shadow Fiend is just going to be too much. Is there a Scotty? Yep, a Scotty has been purchased on Miguel. I believe that is correct, yeah. So Shadow Fiend now has basically completed items. He's opted not to finish the Satanic, but that's all he can really do from this point is make a Satanic. Past that, maybe he can sell the BKB and buy himself a new one.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether... I would not have guessed Satanic as his choice, but that's going to give him very tanky. He's not even going to take the Aegis. Aegis is going to pick up my Mirana. Great choice. She's a great DPS machine right now at this point here. And TIE Hunter! Actually don't matter too much if he dies. Oh, what a swap.
That was a nice swap down to the tower. We see an arrow by Potom just trying to prevent anybody from coming from the other side, but Levy is going to die. Actually, there's the gem, and Mania just killed it instantly.
Because he has a gem on. Yeah, he's got one himself.
And there's like no item spots on anybody. I guess Vengeful could pick it up, but that doesn't really do a whole lot.
The thing that I don't think losing a tie is a big deal at this point because the most important here on the Radiant side, they have BKBs, so it don't really matter. And here comes the melee or the range Rax gets destroyed, and I think they're gonna swing bot. So here we go.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot they can do. Is Miguel basically can just A-click everything on the Scourge team. He can actually pretty much just fight 5v1 right now. There's the BKB, they run in with Mitch, but he's just going to A-click everybody after his ultimate, which I actually think does less damage than him just hitting.
Yeah. And Quantic just kind of A move, and that's the game.
Yeah, that was an interesting game. It was actually pretty miserable for the middle 25 minutes, but the first 10 minutes were super awesome. And then when Fnatic finally was able to get fat after all of that failure in the beginning, it started to pick up a bit as Quantic finally just went ahead and A-clicked and won the game. So it was a nice, I guess.
I'm gonna say Quantic. They play so well. Like they turtle.
It was very smart, very wise play. Yeah, they understood that they could just wait it out and get it.
Radiant victory.
Well, that was a game, and that was Fnatic's last match, I believe. So
putting them up into third place now, right now, I think, which is currently the $2,000 spot, not the 2,000 gold spot, despite the
Quantic is at third place, right? You mean?
I was talking Quantic. Yeah, I'm sorry. Putting Quantic in third place, which is 5,000 gold, or no, I'm sorry,
5,000.
$2,000, not 5,000 gold, which would be like $1 million.
You're right. And yeah, so that's our broadcast for today. Our next match is gonna be
Saturday.
Can you check that for us, please, Nebula?
I will do that. I believe it is Saturday. I have to open up my Firefox.
I know we have 3 matches up on Saturday and probably 3 matches on Sunday as well.
Nobody put this on the front page. We're done. All right, so we have scheduled. The next match is going to be March 2nd, which is Friday, actually, right?
And that's
Yeah, we're gonna have Navi versus Dignitas Friday, same time as today. It will be 19 CET, which is 1 o'clock U.S. Eastern time, and that'll be Navi taking on Dignitas. So we get to see Navi fresh off their victory over Complexity. If you haven't watched those games, I recommend you do. They are fantastic. Well, I guess if you haven't watched them, I did just spoil them. That said, they are really good games and one of the best played Dota 2 matches I have seen in basically since the International.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep, so that concludes our broadcast today. Of course, Nebula is from DotaComSeries.com. You can check out his dailies there. And of course, I'm from DotaComSeries.com, but you can check out my stuff on my YouTube channel, Luminous Inverse. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed our today's broadcast. This is Nebula and Luminous signing off. GG, guys.